Today we are going to start this new chapter, that is weather, climate and adaptations of animal to climate. In this chapter we will learn about the weather, the factors which affect the weather, climate and the factors which are affecting the climate, and the adaptation of animals in the polar area and in tropical area. Now students, we will discuss about weather. What is weather? The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed and many other factors is called weather at that place. And these temperature, humidity, rainfall and wind speed are the elements which affect the weather. Now, this weather is a very complex phenomenon because it can vary over very short periods of time. It can change sometimes that it is sunny in the morning, but suddenly clouds appear from nowhere and it starts raining heavily. Or sometimes the heavy rain may vanish in a matter of minutes and give way to bright sunlight. The department of the government which collects data on the temperature, humidity, wind and makes a weather prediction is called meteorological department. And what is meteorology? Actually, meteorology is the interdisciplinary scientific study of the atmosphere, and the persons who are engaged in the studies of weather and who use the computer technology and the data from the earth stations and satellites to predict the weather are called meteorologists. Now, before coming to the climate, I want to add something, that all changes in the weather are caused by the sun, and the temperature that is recorded with the help of maximum and minimum thermometer. Rain is measured with the help of rain gauge. The air pressure is measured with the help of barometer, and the wind speed is measured with the help of anemometer. Now coming to the climate. So climate is the average weather pattern taken over a long time, say 25 years, and this is called the climate of the place. If suppose if we find that the temperature at some place is high most of the time, then we can say that the climate of that place is hot. And if suppose there is also heavy rainfall on most of the days in the same place, then we can say that the climate of that place is hot and wet. In the same way, Rajasthan receives very little rainfall. This is a typical desert climate. It is a hot and dry. The northeastern India receives rain for a major part of year. Therefore, we can say the climate of the northeast is wet. Now student, these climate has a profound effect on all the living organisms. Animals are adapted to survive in the condition in which they live. Animals living in very cold and hot climate must possess special features to protect themselves from the extreme cold or heat. And the features and the habit that help animals to adapt to their surrounding are result of the process of evolution. Now student, we will come learn about the adaptation of the different animals found in polar region and tropical region one by one. Now first of all, we will start with the characteristic of polar region. The polar region present an extreme climate. In these regions, the areas are covered with snow. It is very cold for most part of the year. For 6 months, the sun doesn't set at the poles, while for the other 6 months the sun doesn't rise. In winter, the temperature can be as low as minus 37 degrees Celsius. Animals living there have adapted to these severe conditions. Now let us see the adaptations of the polar bear. The polar bear have white fur so that they are not easily visible in the snowy white background, and it protects them from their predator. It also helps them in catching their prey. To protect them from extreme cold, they have two thick layers of fur, and they also have a layer of fat under their skin. In fact, they are so well insulated that they have to move slowly and rest often to avoid getting overheated, because they have two layers of fur and a layer of fat under the skin. So it makes its body well insulated. Now, the other adaptations of this polar bear are, so they are the good swimmers. So their paws are wide and large, which help it not only to swim well but also walk with ease in the snow. While swimming under the water, it can close its nostril and can remain under the water for long duration. It has a strong sense of smell so that it can catch its prey for food. Now, the next animal which we will discuss are penguin. And these penguin also has the white fur, and which help them to merges well with the white background. It also has a thick skin and a lot of fat to protect it from the cold. This penguins also have a webbed feet which help them to become a very good swimmer, and their bodies are streamlined. Their feet have webs that I told you. Their bodies are streamlined, so they are very good swimmers. The other animals which are found in polar regions are fishes, many types of fishes, musk, oxen, reindeers, foxes, seals, whales, and bird. Student, you might be knowing about some migratory birds also. It means some migratory birds means they generally travel as much as 15,000 kilometers to escape the extreme climatic conditions at home, and they actually change their habitat for some time so that they can escape the extreme climatic condition. Now student, we will discuss about the tropical rainforest. The tropical rainforest is generally located near the equator. So, even in the coldest month, the temperature is generally higher than 15 degrees Celsius, and during hot summers, it may cross 40 degrees Celsius also. Days and night are almost equal in length. These regions get plenty of rainfall. Because of continuous warmth and rain, this region supports wide variety of plants and animals. Since the number of animals are very large, there is intense competition for food and shelter. The first animal which we will discuss is red-eyed frog. It develops sticky pad on its feet which help it to climb trees on which it lives. Now the monkeys. Yes, the monkeys have a very long tails that help it for grasping branches. Their hands and feet are such they can easily hold on to the branches. Now coming to a bird called toucan, which possesses a long large beak. This helps a toucan to reach the fruits on branches which are otherwise too weak to support its weight. Now, the lion and the tiger. They have sensitive hearing, sharp eyesight, thick skin, and a skin color which helps them to camouflage by blending with the surrounding, and this help them to protect themselves from the predators. Now the next animal, that is lion-tailed macaque. This lion-tailed macaque is also called the beard ape. Actually, its most outstanding feature is the silver white mane which surround the head from the cheek down to its chin. It is good climber, spends a major part of its life on the tree. It feeds mainly on fruit, seed, young leaves, stem, and they also love eating insects, and they get these insects under from the bark of the trees. So, and in the last, I am talking about the elephant. Yes, student, elephants. They are actually they have also adapted themselves according to the prevailing condition. Have you ever seen its trunk? It uses it as a nose, because of which it has a strong sense of smell. The trunk is also used by it for picking up food. So, these are the some of the adaptations which are found in different animals so that they can survive in better way in that prevailing climatic conditions. Now, students, you are very clear with this concept of weather and climate and how the animals have adapted themselves in the different types of climate. Thank you, students.